So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Juni 2011. Der Turm. Ich habe das blöde Gefühl, das läuft auf Selbstmord von Coda hinaus. Er hat sich so allein gefühlt.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Ich habe nicht damit gerechnet, dass die Türe dazu geht. Warte, da lang.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Dankeschön. Man hört auch wieder dieses Weinen im Hintergrund.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Okay, wartet mal kurz. So, 1, 5. Leckt mich am Arsch, muss der davor gesessen sein, um diesen Code auszuprobieren. 1,5, 1,6, 1,7.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Braucht einen Freund, der ihm hilft. Wir lassen sie offen.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Lieber Dave, vielen Dank für dein Interesse an meinem Spielen. Ich möchte dich bitten, mich nicht mehr anzusprechen.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Ach du Scheiße.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Manchmal frage ich mich, ob du glaubst, ich mache diese Spiele für dich. Du bist mir dermaßen auf die Pelle...
The people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Du bist mir dermaßen auf die Pelle gerückt, dass es durchaus möglich ist, dass ich irgendwann Lösungen in meiner Arbeit versteckt habe. Irgendwo zwischen den Spielen. Gäbe es eine Antwort auf einen Sinn, würde dich das dann glücklicher machen? Würdest du aufhören, meine Spiele gegen meinen Willen anderen zu zeigen? Okay, ist vielleicht doch kein Selbstmord am Ende. Ihnen etwas zu geben, was du ihnen gar nicht geben solltest. Die eine Grenze zu überschreiten, die mich in Sicherheit hält. Könntest du bitte aufhören, meine Spiele zu ändern? Hör auf, irgendwelche Straßenlampen reinzusetzen. Was? Okay.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Lass sie einfach so, wie sie sind. Wenn ich in deiner Nähe bin, wird mir sowas von schlecht. Du verlangst etwas, was ich dir nicht geben kann. Ich habe es einfach nicht. Es deprimiert mich nicht, wenn ich mal keine neuen Ideen habe. Diese Tiefs gehören einfach dazu. Die Tatsache, dass du mich für frustriert oder gebrochen hältst, sagt mehr über dich als über mich aus. Ich weiß, du verstehst das alles noch nicht. Oder? Das ist in Ordnung. Nicht mein Problem. Aber ich hoffe, dass es irgendwann Klick macht und du diesen ewigen Kampf endlich beendest.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Und dann wirst du auch verstehen, was ich meine. Sag nichts. Ich wusste, da ist kein Schalter.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Epilog. Riesiger Bahnhof.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution. I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Da hat er recht. Hat er absolut recht.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Aber er hat es trotzdem gemacht. Weil er ihn finden will. Weil er ihn erreichen will. Und sich entschuldigen will. Riesige Höhle. Pfeilern.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Okay, gehen wir durch.
What now?
What now? Ja, was passiert jetzt?
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
I'm just gonna say sorry. I'm just gonna... Loch. Auf geht's. Der Boden fährt hoch. Mal schauen. Die Frage, hat er auch das Level gemacht? Also der, Scheiße, wie hieß er? Cora? Oder war das jetzt der Erzähler hier? Also der Entwickler. Also der das Ganze jetzt zusammengesetzt hat hier, ne? Der die ganze Zeit spricht. Davy. Wir haben keinen Schatten. Gewitter zieht auf. Oder zumindest hört man Donner grollen. Oh je. Ja. Er sagt nichts. Also rein da. 4R.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me
Dieses Projekt wäre ohne die folgenden Personen nicht möglich gewesen.
let
The
me
right
keep
one.
going. But the cave goes
Turn Back.
wild.
Geschrieben von Helliana Herron. Durchführung Helliana Herron und Ryan Roth.
And you're so
Vielen Dank auch an folgende Personen.
but I know that you're strong.
Wow.
So turn back,
Ich weiß ehrlich gesagt nicht, was ich jetzt gerade sagen soll.
turn back.
Es hat wirklich die ganze Zeit danach ausgeschaut, als will derjenige mit seinen Spielen wirklich eine Aussage zu seiner Person treffen. Als will derjenige wirklich ja zeigen, wie sein aktueller Gemütszustand ist. Aber dem scheint nicht so. Deshalb dachte ich auch, das wird am Ende dann auf Selbstmord von dem Typen rauslaufen, weil dieser Davy ihm zum Beispiel auch nicht geholfen hat. Und sich irgendwie auch nicht wirklich so unglaublich um ihn gekümmert hat. Er hat zwar seine Spiele gespielt, aber ne? Aber das war es im Endeffekt nicht. Im Endeffekt war er eigentlich selber schuld, dass... Scheiße, ich hab den Namen vergessen. Wie heißt der? Fuck, ey. Ich hab den Namen vergessen. Auf jeden Fall, dass derjenige aufgehört hat, Spiele zu machen. Da war er selber schuld. Also der Davy. Krass. Hätte ich nicht gedacht, dass es so kommt. Okay, ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen bei The Beginner's Guide. Als nächstes Game On Projekt wird so ein bisschen Worms kommen. Na? Und dann werden wir weiterschauen. Bis dann. Tschüss.